I met my partners while working at another architectural firm in Fort Worth in 1987.
Essentially, it was getting away from firms that were taking advantage of the clients.
That was a real driving factor to really develop a firm that had better hands-on approach, more personal approach.
We wanted to treat people as we wanted to be treated, but we wanted to set up something where it was more democratic. So we chose the word quorum, which means, a majority of 5.
Woody, our elder founder, who we lost 5 years ago, unfortunately, just a great super guy, and Bill, David Lee, and Doug Moon, it was just a really great balance. I couldn't have imagined starting the firm with anyone else, really. We just had the right blend of enthusiasm and naivete to do it.
The first several months, we would celebrate every week, making a new week.
We thought everything would just be perfect. We went into an environment that was like getting from a frying pan into the fire, but we just persevered and kept working and working and working and working, and it finally started to open up, and we were lucky there.
We were friends with each other, we had worked with each other for years, and we trusted each other.
So we kind of plowed through that first year, and we got a little more work all the time. When it got a little scary is when we started bringing employees on. What we saw originally from a very much a startup mentality of 5 people, that grew into where we are now with a very diverse type of work, type of people, and so the big changes have been growing up into a real firm.
Well, when we started out, we had 5 partners, and we made a decision early on that we need to start bringing people up because we're not going to last forever. And I know I'm cute, but I'm getting older.
This is my last year of full-time employment with the firm, so I'm going to continue my kind of mentoring and training and transition role. But the cool thing is that's exactly how we set it up in 1992.
So there were no promises when I came to Quorum, but I knew that there was enough opportunity that I could create a situation where I could become a partner. So anything that a municipality does, whether it be a fire station, police station, animal shelter in our case, service center, anything that they do, I do, and I've developed a comfort for that, and with that comfort, a passion for the details and what's involved in that.
It just got me excited, about wanting to expand on the animal care. The Rockwell Animal Shelter was my very first one to ever work on, so I just fell in love with it. I grew up with animals, live on a farm.
She has a definite passion for animal care, so she's been able to take what I had started as a few animal shelters and grow it into over 60 animal shelters now.
I just had that great opportunity, and they challenged me more and more, so I eventually took it in 2016 and moved into leadership.
I was hired in 2015. I started out as the only interior designer in the department. Part of that was to kind of grow the interiors department and really expand the interior design services that we were offering. In 2017, they approached me about becoming partner. I was flattered and honored that they invited me to join the team, and I'm excited to lead.
Bill was kind of our mentor on the buildings.
The founders were entrepreneurial, and therefore we ended up doing some things where we got a building and did the building ourselves. Anything went wrong, count on the buildings where we could go in and maybe borrow against or do something like that.
At that point, the south side was really not discovered, but we found this building on Vickery and Hemp Hill, and we said, it's ugly, it's beat up, it's in bad condition, there's people living in it, let's go for it.
But it gave us a building we could kind of put our own signature on, which is really cool. In this building, 1930, very different look architecturally, at least in the way the structure is. We have all this light in here, and it's a very different building, but also when people come in, it helps market us, not only as a firm, but kind of our design panache, because we designed this all ourselves. So
I kind of took a step back and put on my interior design hat, working with the other partners in kind of narrowing down the design and the space planning and how we wanted this space to function. So we do have a very open concept here.
What we wanted to do was to have everybody in an environment where they could see what was going on and hear what was going on.
Number one, I'm most proud of the fact that we created a business from nothing that we created a new kind of model for the architectural business, which focuses really on our clients, but also our employees. And if you look at the types of work and the types of clients that have developed over those 30 years from the big diversity of people, I'm very proud of that.
My strength has always been kind of organizing, being behind the scenes, and I feel like that what we have here now, in the environment that we're in, and everybody that's working here, that's a good thing to me.
I'm most proud of growing the interior design department. When I started, I was here by myself working for about 2 years on projects, and after those 2 years, we were finally selling a lot more interior design services with our architectural projects.
That's what I want, Prime legacy to reflect is that, okay, they started this thing in motion. That legacy of kind of building this people place is what I'm most proud of.
What I really like is that we're able to kid and joke back and forth and keep the environment loose and fun.
Well, surprisingly enough, they're all different personalities. Each individual founder or principal has got an area that they're working with, but they can always count on somebody else if they need help.
We all get together and we set the path where it needs to go.
Partners have always had a relationship built around trust.
They are the best, most trustworthy people I can imagine.
We have fun, we learn from each other, we're mentoring, we're challenging each other nonstop, to be better at what we do. So in turn, we're turning around and doing that with our staff.
We are a very collaborative environment. We're very family oriented, and each of the partners have a true, genuine care for all the individuals that work here, as well as all of our projects that we do.
So what makes me most excited about design is seeing our clients excited about their design.
We're turning the animal care industry into more destination places. It's a lot of fun just to walk through those projects in the end and see the excitement on the clients' faces, to see the relationships that we've continued to build through design.
Howard Payne University. In Brownwood, it's a small Baptist university, 1,500 students. But over 30 years, we were able to take a university that was very formal and set in their ways and very traditional architecture and kind of bring them into the way students and parents expect a university to work today.
I'm not a big orator or talker or presenter. I do it through what I draw onto paper, an idea, and presentation. So that's what I was doing, and then helping people do the same thing.
I'm happy that I'm in a field where we're building. We're not destroying things.
Seeing the client just go, oh, gaga.
I have an opportunity as a designer to create a space that somebody has an emotional and physical connection with. And it's so exciting to see the result of the design take place when you get to see people enjoying the space that you've created.
I would imagine what's going to happen is there's going to be more partners involved.
With those new partners, it's hard to say what the focus of Quorum will be, because we always encourage our partners to focus on what they have a passion for.
Keep growing, keep doing new things, develop new clientele, and expand Quorum into a much more like a regional firm.
I hope to see new partnership to share the legacy with and continue this journey with.
We realize we have more of a responsibility to our country and to the people here because we don't know what the housing market will look like, for instance, the retail market, the municipal. They're all going to change, but they all still have people. And so that's what this firm is really good at. We'll respond to the people that need our help.
Hiring people, feeding their families, taking care of the community. We do a lot of community-based things, and really keeping that, just that tone and that kind of vibe.
I could see Quorum becoming more diversified. Who knows where we'll go in 10 years, but I think we'll be probably more than just look at it in Fort Worth.
We may end up expanding, moving, but I think what we have is, I think what we'll have in 10 years.
It's very exciting to see the new partners come on board, really take control, and to see the opportunities that this firm has to grow into the future.